Welcome back to my channel. And as you can see, today I'm gonna jump right into it. And if you like the content, hit the subscribe button, share it, comment, and we ain't got time for this negativity. Look, the 5 things I liked about Canada, specifically Toronto. I haven't been to all the parts, but I do plan on coming back because you can see the amazing Northern Lights, and I definitely want to see them. But that's far up in Canada, anyways. So let's start from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. The 5th thing that I like about Toronto is simply nothing was too far. And I mean, when I say nothing was too far, I'm not speaking about walking, because walking and driving is two totally different things. So maybe because of where we was, things didn't seem that far. It was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes max of a drive. I mean, that means seem far if you're walking, but if you're driving 10 to 15 minutes, everything's downtown, a little bit uptown. I call it uptown because you're going up. So things was not too far, and I like that. I like that because I've been to cities where everything is just like spread it out, like I've been to cities like that. I ain't like it's too far. If you taking public transportation, even if you driving, you spending like an hour on the highway or whatever the version of a highway is. It's too much. It's desert. You might see some wild animals, maybe even a goat. It's too much in a lot of places. I ain't gonna name them now, but you know what I'm talking about. If you've been traveling, if you haven't, stay tuned, stick to the channel, because I'm gonna tell you and show you what I'm talking about in the other places that I have been. All right. Number 4, I would have to say possibly the Toronto Islands. That's one of the main things I liked about it, and it's because, first of all, clean water. That's number one. Or that's number one, clean water. So clean water was definitely nice. And then on that little island, they had 3 islands put into one. That's what I call it, because there's 3 different sides, and you had everything from food to like little gift shops to like I guess what you'll call amusement park. You can spend the actual whole day there. Go to the beach with the kids. Just be wary of a part of his new beach. You got to be wary because I've seen a lot of unclothed children, and I personally like it, but that's neither here or there. So yeah, you get to experience everything on one beach. You can spend a whole day just chilling, relaxing. They had nice trees. They had wildlife. They had plants, insects. It was good vibes. It was a great day. That was one of the best things about Toronto. All right, so that's number 4. Number 3, and of course, anywhere I travel, if number 3 isn't there, I'm not there. Number 3 is the food. Now, what I mean by that is the food was good. I mean, exceptionally good. Every meal that we had was amazing, including the most expensive meals. It was dope. Even in the 360 was dope. The salmon was good. I liked it. So, number 3, anywhere I travel, anywhere you see me, anywhere you hear me talk about traveling, whether it's on cruise, in a plane, if the food isn't good, I automatically dislike that place off rip, because if you don't have good food, that means you don't have good culture. That means you don't have good seasoning, and I ain't got time for the negativity. So if you're ever in Canada, remember the food is definitely something to look out for. Now that dropped me over to number 3. No, number 2. I said number 3. Number 2, diversity. Yes, I like diversity because once again, I got to experience all different foods and culture right within, let's say, a 5-mile radius, more or less, because we seen Chinatown, Korean towns right next to each other. Then we had Kingston Market, where it's like a whole lot of Caribbean people together selling things, and the food was just off the hook. I told you that if you see my last video, go check it out, because I showed a little bit of food, the ice cream. It was a lot of mix of different people, ethnicities, nationalities from all over that went to Canada for one reason or another. People came there 10, 20 years ago and wound up staying there because it's Canada. Everybody's nice. Everybody's nice. So yeah, that's number 2. Is the ethnicity, the diversity is amazing out there. You can find a little bit of everything. It's like a mini New York. I gotta say mini twice because it wasn't that big. So it's a mini New York. All right. If you ever been in New York, come check me out. I'll give you a few tips and tricks of how to survive in New York. But that's a whole nother conversation for a future video. Number 1. My number 1 thing. Now, most people be like, oh, how is that number 1? My number 1 thing is A. There's a 2-part. A, the niceness of the people. That's very important. I live in New York. So, I deal with rude on the regular every day. I want to go somewhere more relaxed, and I don't want to deal with the negativity and unethical things. So it's the people that's nice. Even the, let's say, questionable people wasn't mean. You didn't sense any kind of negativity, like any kind of animosity, like they're gonna come attack you. That's just me though. Maybe you had a different experience. If you've been to Canada, let me know what your experience was. And then part B to it is the prices. The prices was goodly priced for good quality things, good quality food, clothing, things like that. It was good quality for a good price. I mean, that may sound like a small thing to you, but listen, pre-pandemic, everything was okay. Post-pandemic, everything is 10 times more expensive. Apparently in Canada, they didn't get the memo, and I hope they don't get the memo, because when I go back, hope it's the same it is now. I'm going to go to a different part. So that is the top 5 things I loved about Canada. Now, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe. If you didn't like it, ain't got time for your negativity. And if you had any experiences with Canada or another other place you want to spread and tell me about, let me know in the comments below. But that's all for today. See you next time.